Right, yeah, this just happened obviously because this is from the terror attack on the Jews in our country. But yeah, this is the same guy from the last video I did where he was terrified when they were shouting at him, the Deputy Prime Minister. But yeah, I watched like a little bit. I don't actually know if he well, just watch.
Introducing our Deputy Prime Minister, David Lammy, and before I do, please.
That's the thing as well. Look, he knew. He went to like do a disclaimer straight away.
Introducing our Deputy Prime Minister, David Lammy, and before I do, please. We know how we all feel. Go to Palestine! Shame on you! Go to Palestine! Leave us alone!
They've allowed it to grow on a campuses. My children's school was closed today. You have allowed this to happen.
You have blood on your hands!
You're all guilty of it all. You have allowed Jew hatred in Manchester on the street. You have allowed it. You are all guilty. We do not want you speaking here today. You do not speak We do not want you speaking. Shame on you. Shame on you.
Shame on you! Shame on you!
Shame on you! Shame on you! Empty words. We want action.
Okay, all right, we've heard enough. We know how you feel. I know how I feel. Let's give the time for our Deputy Prime Minister to address us. David Lammy.
Why would you just bother? If that was me, I'd just go, look, you obviously ain't happy here. You've all gone through something. You're all facing something. I'm gonna leave. Like, just do the respectful thing of just respecting, do you know what I mean? That's what I would do.
Friends, we must stand together today. We must stand in grief, in solidarity and in defiance. Grief for the innocent lives that were taken so cruelly, senseless murders carried out on Yom Kippur, the holiest day in the Jewish year.
But you just recognise the state that did a much worse attack on the holy day too. Right? You just recognise the group. How are you gonna... Yeah.
Grief that causes so much pain and so much suffering. Today, our hearts, our thoughts, our prayers must be with the families and those who were killed. And of course with this community, this Jewish community, both here in Manchester and at Heaton Park Synagogue. Right across our nation, and as the Member of Parliament for Tottenham, I know the suffering in Crumpsall is the same as the pain, the worry and the frightened faces in my own constituency and in the area of Stamford Hill, one of the historic homes of the Jewish community in this country. In that sense, London and Manchester are twin communities, grieving as one, and the whole nation is with them. That's why we stand in solidarity with the Jewish people, because an attack like this is never felt alone. Wherever you are in our country, Jewish people, our friends, our neighbours, our loved ones, are terrified by the events of yesterday, of becoming targets, victims of anti-Semitic hate, simply for who they are. But I know this about Britain's Jewish community, a community I have known all of my life. You are strong, you are resilient, and you will never be cowed. And that's what I want you to know today, that our country, those of all colours, all faiths and none, stand with you. We stand with you against terrorism. We stand with you against those who think bombs. We stand against all those who would minimise or coddle or obfuscate on anti-Jewish hate. We know terrorism in this country. We know it, of course, in this city. We saw it at the arena. And we have seen it in Heaton Park.
And who does it?
No terrorism.
Who does it?
Feel terrorism. My best friend from childhood, James Adams, was blown to smithereens in the 7/7 bombings. And I vow to you, every Christian, every Muslim, every Jew, every Mancunian, every Brit, we will never stop fighting it.
This is the trouble. I mean, respect to him for still doing the speech, to be fair. Respect. But when are you actually going to grow the balls and condemn Islam? We're sick of hearing, stop terrorism. All the terrorism you just named is from one group. And then you're going to sit here and say to the Jewish people that Muslims are standing against it, when they actually are out protesting still. Like, you just won't condemn Islam. And we all know why, because, yeah, you just said it yourself, your best mate got blown up, and they will kill you too. You literally can't, you also can't condemn it because you've just recognised the terrorist state of Hamas. So you really can't condemn it. You've basically give the green light that it's okay to kill Jewish people, like you basically have. Yeah.
That is why we stand in defiance of those terrorists who seek to divide us, who want to pit neighbour against neighbour, to weaken the bonds that bind us together as one nation, one people, one...
That's exactly why I paused it there and said exactly what I said. Because that's what them people was waiting to hear. You condemn Islam. You condemn all the jihadi preachers in our country. All the people that are pro-Sharia law. To the police officers that will remove a Jewish person for being too outwardly Jewish because there's Muslims around. Like, but that's why. That's what they was waiting for. And instead, you included them, Muslims, into the crowd of people that are standing with Jews. Now, I knew that was going to get them.
United Kingdom.
Please, let the Deputy Prime Minister speak, please.
Every Saturday!
Please.
We cannot, we must not let them divide us. We must show them who we really are. Not what they want us to become or to believe, but Britain's true nature. A tolerant nation, built on mutual respect, common understanding, where people live not in fear.
That's the type of bullshit as well that they say when they say about democracy. Go back and listen to them things. I've literally seen it's that generation. And everything he lists there, this is what they think democracy is.
We must not let them divide us. We must show them who we really are. Not what they want us to become or to believe, but Britain's true nature. A tolerant nation, built on mutual respect, common understanding, where people live not in fear.
Actually, we're a Christian democracy. We are a Christian nation. We actually are. America isn't, but Christianity is. I mean, they got like Leviticus in their thing. Do you know what I mean? They're like real Bible bashers that put that together. But in our country, we are a Christian nation. Whatever you just said then is not democracy. No one's voted for all of the bullshit that you're pulling. Not once has it voted, and you never put it to a vote because you know what the outcome would be. But yeah, that's what they think, like England is a tolerant thing. Are you not paying attention? That tolerance has gone. That tolerance has dried up. And to the point where you're even upset the Jews now. I didn't even know that there was such thing as British Jews. They are the most quiet, non-bothering anybody group. I've never seen one. I've lived here my whole life. I've never seen one. And never has anyone ever outwardly said, I'm Jewish to me, ever. I don't know any Jews. I know Jehovah's Witnesses. I know everybody else. Muslims, Sikhs. No one's Jewish. But you've upset the Jews. How on earth have you done that? How do you upset a group of people I didn't even know existed? That you've seriously messed up then. But this is the trouble. That we want to show that we are tolerant. Tolerant to what? Islamic terrorism. Is that what we're tolerant to? And you won't say it. You won't condemn Islam. You won't condemn Hamas. And shout out to the Jewish people for not tolerating it. I'll stand with you. Really do stand with you. Not in some bullshit solidarity.
Empty words, we want action.
Amen.
But in freedom, that is who we are. That is who we will always be. And it cannot be eroded.
It's not freedom, it's democracy. We voted out of the EU. You still haven't got us out of the EU. And in fact, you're doing everything you can to keep us in. Not just these, but these as well. And these are the worst group of politicians we've had in a long time that have outright declared that they are against the people. Like I say, now even the Jewish British people. But yeah, this isn't what, like, freedom is like. No, we're a democracy. We've not voted on anything that you forced on the public over the last 30 years. In fact, at every opportunity, they have voted against it. And you still deny it. It's like all this bullshit of tolerance and respect of one another. No, it's not. That's not what our country's built off. Alfred the Great. He's called Alfred the Great. Because, and to be honest, Vikings was here a long, long time. And Alfred the Great kicked him out. If that happened today, he'd be a racist for doing that. But he's called in history Alfred the Great. Because he said, these people, they're not Christian, they're pagans, they're doing crazy ritual shit. We don't want them here. Where's the tolerance in that? We declared war on Hitler because we didn't like what he was doing. Where's the tolerance in that? We declared war on the Middle East because of 9/11 and them. Where's the tolerance there? But now we got to be tolerant. Now it's everybody be tolerant and love freedom. And none of these things is what England is built off of. It's like I said, it's just empty words. It don't mean nothing. We're a democracy that isn't a democracy.
Violence. It cannot be erased by vile acts, such as those carried out here yesterday.
By who?
I want to close with this thought. When I have lost loved ones in the past, Jewish friends have often used a phrase to comfort me. May their memory be a blessing.
Nothing will ever take away the pain of what happened here, but how we respond now, how we stand together, yes, in grief and in solidarity, but also in defiance and a shared mission against terror in the name of us all. That response honours those we have lost. May their memory be a blessing, not just to their families, not just to the Jewish community, but to our entire nation always. And for those that are considering marching over the weekend, I ask them to reflect with all human dignity, grace and understanding, and to stop and to stand back. Thank you.
Yeah, pro-Palestine's fine. They're smashing our country to bits at the minute. What a traitorous bunch of Jewish people. You have the right to be fuming. 100%. I stand with you. And this whole bullshit of like, well, you're not going to do anything. You won't even condemn Islam. When we know who did it. I know who did it straight away. It was obviously Islam. Do you know what I mean? And you won't condemn it. So what good is anything going to say when you won't even say, yeah, we have a problem with Islam? Like, why can't you say that? Outside of that, you've got nothing. Everything else doesn't mean anything. Until you're actually willing to acknowledge that fact, shut the fuck up and don't tell people what they can and can't do. Just don't go and protest. Why? I think they're at nearly 500 pro-Palestine idiots arrested in our country. They're literally destroying our country. But you want to tell the Jews that they can't. Why? Because the person who killed them is Islamic. And you don't want to be Islamophobic. Oh, you're so Islamophobic. The Jewish people have a damn right. Everybody has a right to be scared of them. And I remembered that when my friend died, I did nothing and rolled over because I'm being paid by Qatar. Bunch of scumbags. Do you know what, Jews? Yeah, I hope you do don't have it. Like I say, how do you upset the Jews? How do you upset the Jews? They are the most quiet, don't bother nobody group of people I don't even know them. Yeah, all this bullshit about tolerance. No, tolerance is done. He was smart enough not to say don't blame Islam for Islam. Yeah, that's the thing that don't blame Islam for all the attacks done in the name of Islam. And he said the terror attacks done in the name of everybody. I thought he was going to say it then. You couldn't say it. Cowards. Cowards. Absolute cowards and disgraces. That's not what England's about. England is never been about that. If the fight don't happen before they leave, the next government, if they don't do nothing, God help us. God help us. Because from this speech, they're not going to address the problem. They're not going to address the problem. They just want you to consider being tolerant. Nah.
Walk past the university someday!
I don't blame you, Jewish people. I wouldn't either. I've literally seen the videos of the police, like I say, removing Jewish people. Can you move off this street because there's pro-Palestine people? And you're too outwardly Jewish. Disgusting. Disgusting. Yeah, cowards. They're all cowards. But yeah. You're gonna get a fight. But yeah. scumbags. That's my opinion. But yeah, shout out to the Jews. Don't let this roll over with this. Sweet.